Hello, you whippersnappers. Hello, Eve darling. How are you tonight? Colt 45 Zigzag popped in here. We have Karen with a C. Miss Liplock, of course. You cook while I talk. You're modding 2 channels? Well, you don't have to mod mine. You're okay. I will let you slide. You know I will. I love you. I love you, girl. Ooh, Granny's house is here. Who else we got? Squirrely Girl's in the house. Eli's in the house. Hey, Jude. There's flies on the coast wall. We love flies on the coast wall. Hey, Abundance Create. Robin Lane and TM need restraining orders against them. Well, that ain't going to happen. That is Dawn's best friend. Don't forget it. Dawn's buddy. Okay? I've got a few things we're going to go over. Fresh mayo on it today. You know, Saturday night, was it Saturday night when I was playing that funny stuff? And I thought it was funny. It wasn't really funny. And it started showing those gamers. And it played that little bit of music. Luckily, they didn't copyright strike me for that. But, yeah, somebody tried to get me for that. Hello, Ruby Slippers. Ruby Slippers. I want to show you guys something. I find it very disturbing. Hey, Pearly. I find it very disgusting. Makes Remain Calm not very happy. Have you guys seen this? Did you guys see this? I'm going to make it bigger. My baby girl, Mommy and Daddy misses you so much. We are searching everywhere for you. And I won't stop until I find you. You know, I wasn't going to start off saying the F word. I was really trying to be a good girl tonight. My baby girl, Mommy and Daddy misses you so much. We are searching everywhere for. She didn't even, my baby girl, Mommy and Daddy misses you so much. We are searching everywhere for. And I won't stop until I find you. All right, well, you know what, Candace? You can't even freaking do a sentence right. Girl. Why? Why would you? Why? Why? I'm not 5 minutes in. I already want to say the F word. I really, really do. Hey, we Scottish Mom. Well, not only is that bad taste, but the picture of her holding up the gang sign that was put on the flyers is disgusting. They gave their permission. They wanted to use that picture. What is up with that? Okay. Tim Mullins, in my opinion, you are not for Summer Wells. You are not. I will repeat it again. You are not, sir, for Summer Wells. In my opinion, you went to the mall where they put up that tree to mock, let me repeat, to mock Chris McDonough. That was the only reason you went. You ain't got to fool me. You ain't fooling me. You and Don playing your little hoochie coochie games together. You ain't fooling nobody, brother. At all. Hey, AC. Yes, sir, Ruby Slippers. I mean, yes, ma'am, you Ruby Slippers. Yes, Ruby Slippers. But Mommy and Daddy misses her so much. We are searching. Who's we? You motherfuckers ain't got a mouse in your pocket. Don't even try it. Remain calm. Knows better. We're searching everywhere. Where are you searching? Inquiring minds want to know. Is your ass searching at the festivals? Is that where you're searching? I don't think so. Hey, Kiki, let me tell you something, Mr. Wells and Mr. Mullen. You're making a mockery out of this missing child. Oh, Candace, you're in there with them. You're in there with them, sister. Lord have mercy. Kind of upset me a little bit, y'all. Hey, Patty. Patty, ponytail. Yeah. So from now on, no music, y'all. You're just going to have to listen to me sing. Okay? That's the way it's got to be. You can't copyright yourself. Okay? Remain Calm doesn't copyright anyone, nor herself. Well, there's Funny Face Brenda in the house. Funny Face. You know, Tim Mullins, I don't like you. Remain Calm don't like you. I don't like Don Wells either. Not too fond of Candace Wells either. But all you've done the whole time, in my opinion, is make a mockery out of Summer Moon Utah Wells, missing June 15, 2021, from 110 Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community. Why are you playing a game? Why are you using Summer's case to play a game? You tried it with some of the other missing children's parents, right? They wouldn't let you do it. But you act like showing up at the mall for the tree. We know why you did it. You can say, oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I wanted to show it. I wanted to put it on my media stuff. No, you didn't. You went there because of what Chris McDonough said. In my opinion, what you did was you and Don both, okay? Candace too. Some people think Candace too. Are only doing it to have people look at you. You guys are not celebrities. You are not celebrities. Yep, photo ops don't fool me none, Don and Candace, in my opinion, Lily says. I agree. I agree. I think it's all about the money. It's all about Don and especially Tim Mullins playing a game. Oh, that was bullshit. Him saying, Josh is gonna get in trouble. The lab's in trouble for acting like a police officer. That was not Josh. So what? It sounded like him. Nobody is stupid, Dawn. Quit acting like people stupid. That bothers me a lot when you act like people are stupid. We ain't stupid. We are not stupid. All right, y'all. I'm gonna change it up just for a minute. Um, this is a little something. I'm gonna play it on my phone. Okay. This is from like a year ago, and this is Miss Daisy. Okay, and let's see if you guys can guess who Miss Daisy is talking about in this little short video she did. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I should tell you about my channel first. Opinions and theories with no repercussion. I commentate. If you get a little education, that's a thumbs up. A couple people, they love giving me a thumbs down. Okay, go ahead. I don't care. Don't matter to me. If you give me a thumbs down, that means you're watching my content anyway. If you're giving me a thumbs down just because you're an asshole, you can be an asshole. I don't care. So, anywho. Oh, Justin's live. I love you, Justin. Why would you say report me? Report for what? Report for what, Karen? You lost me, Karen. Anywho, some things are alleged. Trigger warnings all over my channel. Fair use, okay? Fair use. And everything that goes along with it.
Hello, I'm back again, and I'm back with some concerns about someone that I know and I've seen on YouTube. I've seen Dawn talk about this person, and I know that this person is involved in the Summer Wells case on YouTube and potentially has been to Dawn and Candace's house. And I just want to let everyone know that this person is a con artist. I know this person. This person is from the same town that I'm from. This person has conned so many people and been in trouble so many times that that it made national news. Now, I'm not going to mention this person's name.
She's not going to mention his name, but I know who it is. Almost immediately knew who she was talking about. Oh. Hey, Diana.
I also know that this person's brother is in prison right now for brutally murdering a person. I mean, when I say brutally murdering a person, I mean there was body parts cut off and this person was burnt, okay?
Ooh, Daisy getting a little triggering. We could go into more detail than that, Daisy, if you really wanted to. But I don't care about Shelby Shell. Never did care about Shelby Shell. Shelby Shell's in prison. Okay.
And this person did it very cold-heartedly, okay? I don't want to go into worse details, but it gets worse. Okay, and this person has been seen on several videos, and Dawn had mentioned him in videos as well in this case, and I would be terrified to let him around Summer. I mean, or even leave alone looking for Summer. Okay, this person portrays himself as a bounty hunter.
Daisy, you wouldn't let that person around Summer, but Summer's gone. Right? Did you forget that? Huh.
Or a child advocate, and this person does not need to be around children, okay? And, I've seen this person, I've seen him tell so many lies, and I've watched these interviews since then. And he's recently came back up on YouTube talking about Summer again, and it's really, really scary. And I just want to say that
It's really scary, isn't it, Daisy? He's your friend now, isn't he? Isn't he your friend now? Y'all in cahoots? Y'all in cahoots to get Rap? Well, Rap ain't my favorite person, but I don't like people doing other people dirty either. Oh, yes, I did too, Funny Face Brenda. Yes, Shelby Shell's baby mama is on a YouTube site called Soft White Underbelly. Hello, Puppy Red Mustang, Granny's house. Vanna, did I say hello? Loves to lurk. Woot, woot. But she is okay with a self-admitted child S.A.er. You're right, AC. You're right, darling. Okay, let me get up. I gotta find it. Hold on. Hold on. Low budget. I'm a low budget bitch.
And I just want to say that Don and Candace, you need to be careful with who you let come around and involve themselves in this case. Now, I don't think they're currently involved in this with this guy right now, but I know that he has contact with him.
But Daisy, why would you say that about your friend? He's your friend. He was on panel with you and Don Wells. I got it. I sure do.
Like I said, I've heard in interviews Don talk about this person. Okay, and also I would like to talk about our law enforcement as well in this area, and how disappointed I am that they are letting this become a circus show than what it is. Now, I do have a lot of respect for Molly Golightly. She was very kind to me. She let me use her video, which I did take down.
Well, Molly a lot of people use her videos. She wasn't a copyright striker. Not that I know of, unless she was mad at you, but she still didn't do it very often.
And I don't know about her, but I know, and the other ones, but I do think that Donna Candace is very naive about the people that hangs around with them.
Hey, Lisa Kleckner.
And that, some of these people are criminals. They've got criminal past. And I think that they need to, that's looking.
Well, I'm sure that they appreciate your concern, Daisy. I bet they just really appreciate everything you got to tell them.
Mad at them as parents, okay? And even if they was to get Summer back, that wouldn't be a safe place for her to even go there because of these people that's involved in this case, okay?
Like her parents? Like her parents, Stacy? She wouldn't be safe enough to go back home because of her parents, in my opinion.
Not all of them, I'm not saying all of them, but there is some that's, like I said, that one guy's potentially dangerous. I also want to talk about Robin. Now, I know a lot of people are attacking Robin and the church, and I absolutely don't know anything else about that church, but I do know that Robin is a good person. I can see it in her, and I know that she is. I can tell that she.
Casey, I've heard you say there's good in people. You didn't like Ernie, but yet all of a sudden, y'all are best friends. You see the good in her. I don't know her. But I see the good in her. Exactly, AC. Exactly.
Summer, and that she's just wanting to help out with Summer. Now, imagine how people are going to feel if it comes out and Donna Candace had nothing to do with this baby missing.
Well, we're still going to think, in my opinion, I'm still going to think that they was some fuck shit parents. How about that?
Like like the Chloe case. I mean, people are starting to blame um, the parents for this, but comes out it was a random stranger. Okay, whatever.
Daisy, I watched Chris McDonough last night, and guess what? I'm going to play a little bit of that because guess what? I don't think it was a stranger. I really don't, in my opinion.
Happened to Summer, I agree that I think someone knew her. I had someone had to come up on that hill that knew her.
Her
As
daddy,
far as the mountains,
in my opinion.
I grew up in the mountains. I played in the mountains. So if you're used to being in the mountains and you're used to climbing the mountains, these little foothills here is nothing compared to the Appalachian Mountains that I grew up in. And I stayed in the mountains. And I know people that can walk them mountains like they ain't nothing. My daddy could. So the
Daisy, could your daddy go up the angle from the road up to 110 Bill Hill Road, grab that little girl and carry her all the way back down and jump across that creek? I'm just asking. I mean, I'm not saying your daddy would do that, but I'm just asking.
the scenario that someone did come up there on that mountain and take that baby, I really believe that it could have happened. Now, some of the people that knows Donna Candace supposedly, I question them. I do. I question the truth. They're coming on a lot of YouTube channels. They're making a lot of money, and it's just keeping on going. Now, I don't know for sure. They may be sincere. They may not be. But I do know that this one person that's involved in this case, he is a very dangerous person, and he does not.
He's a dangerous man, but he's from where I'm from, so he's my friend, and I'm gonna let him come and hang out at my house, and we're gonna hang out, and we're gonna sit out around the bonfire together, and we're gonna swap stories about the hills and what we've been doing lately and all that shit, right?
Need to be anywhere near any children's cases like this. And I think that the TBI and the law enforcement needs to look into this person better before they let them claim that they are a child advocate. I'm going to leave it there, or a bounty hunter, because this person is a dangerous person. All right. Thank you so much, and subscribe to my channel.
Goodbye, Daisy. 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 Why? If he's so dangerous, why? The man wants to know why. Well, let's just see what else Remancom has over here. All right, I think we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that BS. Goes right down the drain. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not going to talk a lot about that. So I'm not going to talk a lot about this, but I do feel like rap was set up. I just feel that way. We'll let it play out and see what happens. But I want to show you guys something. So this was this picture right here is Candace Rap and Jinkies. And that was at the Bull Gap Festival, right? That was at the, I'll make it bigger. This is her thumbnail at the Bull Gap Festival. Rap, Candace, and Miss Jinkies. Now, knowing that Daisy had filed in charges and things, I would think you would want to keep that kind of on the down low that Mr. Rapp was hanging with your crew that day. But I just have to show you guys something interesting. Like I said, I'm not gonna hang out with this shit too much. This is the very, very beginning.
Okay, I'm live. Say hi, I'm live.
That's Rapping Candace. The very beginning of
Okay,
the
I'm
video.
live. Say hi, I'm live.
She's showing Rapping Candace. Well, if that ain't saying where somebody's at and the law's looking for him, huh, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Well, some people flip flop. They do flip flop. So, I do. There's others that know. I don't know. It's okay, Katie Ann, if you don't know who Rap is yet. Hey, Nurse Jackie. I think's been. Oh, you think Rap's been used as a just? That's a good possibility, Karen. Good possibility. But we'll let it play out. We'll see exactly what was going on. Not going to spend a lot of time on it. Why does she need to scream all the time? I don't know. I don't know, darling. I don't know. Now, 6 months ago, when she did that video and talked about Ernie, we all knew she was talking about Ernie Shell, okay? 6 months after that, she's got him on a live stream on her panel with Dawn. Dawn's talking to him. I have it right here. I really don't want to play it. Y'all can go look at it if you feel like it. They really didn't say anything that interested me. But yes, it is out there. But I'm going to tell y'all something right now. This shit I don't like. I don't like that. You don't know what flip-flop means? That means you're okay with something and then you change your mind later. You feel a certain way and then you change your mind later. That's what that means, Karen, with the C. So, make me understand it. Make me understand it. Now, Nicolina talked about it on a live stream, okay? She didn't, she talked about it and had her say about it. And, there's a lot there that, I'm sure to come out when she gets a chance to talk to Rap. She'll talk to Rap. But, Ernie goes, he wanted Rap. He wanted Rap to get in trouble. So, I just think all of that is intertwined together. But like I said, the truth will come out about that. Absolutely. Now for some more serious business. Lord have mercy. I am going to show the live with Chris McDonough. Okay. And I know that it's repeating. Hey, Nana for Life. I know that it's repeating when he interviewed Candace down by the swim hole. But I took some notes because when I listen to things like that, even if I've heard them before, I have so many questions. Now, one question that I have, and tell me if this makes any sense. Jody Sue said that when Candace got to the end of her driveway in Grandma's truck, that she heard Dawn conversing with Candace. Y'all remember that, right? And she says that she was saying something along the lines, I'm sorry, I didn't know, right? She says it was because she had heard the scream. The law enforcement said wasn't a scream. Anywho, my question is, did you look in the truck, Jody Sue? While she was sitting there at the end of the driveway and you were standing outside that driver's side window, you were close enough that you heard Don say, what are you trying to say? My daughter's been abducted or kidnapped or whatever he said. And you're so hyper vigilant. What'd you see in the truck? Did you see anything in the truck? Did you see the little tote that the milk was by and Summer was laying on? Did you see any of that, Jody? You're so hyper vigilant. I was just wanting to know. You were hyper vigilant enough that you got in the creek, you say, to wipe off your scent so the dogs don't get confused. But they didn't want to smell you, Jody. They wanted Summer scent. And you're just a walking. Candace says that creek didn't have enough water in it for you to even get your feet wet. I don't know. I wasn't there. Okay. Oh, Lord. That's true, Katie. And dogs can sound like they're screaming if you step on them. Also, if you've ever heard a female fox in heat, Lord have mercy. Sounds like someone's getting unalived. It really does. Oh, is your grandson in the military, Benita? Ben Hill should have been beautiful summer 2020. All the flowers that were planted at 110 and 125. They were freaking cactuses. They wasn't flowers. Not at 110. I don't think I ever seen Jody's flowers at her place. The Army is, I remember when I did my basic training, Lord have mercy. I would never be able to do that again, ever. Robin said CW was callous the next day. Okay. I was going to pull up Robin's little things. The devil's lettuce has pretty flowers. Oh, you're right, Flies, it does. Hello, Texaholic. Texaholic, not a drama nana, not a drama nana. That's hard to say 3 times, man. That is hard to say 3 times. All right, you guys. I have a lot to say. And I know this guy's a professional that Chris is talking to, okay? He's a professional man. But when I watch something, I got too much to say. Damn, Remain Calm has too much to say. So, Jody Sue, did your hypervigilant ass look in the vehicle that day? Question number 1. I would throw it in my floor, but I don't want to have to pick it up. All right, moving on. Got my ruler out. Okay. Oh, I was in Germany too, Vanita. I did love it there. The beer there was really good. Yeah, and the food was really good too. except for liver. They like liver over there. I didn't like liver. I will be glad when you take the picture screen. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, flies. I'm sorry. I will change that right away. Right away, darling. I will, right now. There we go.
Big dental bills can often come as a
commercial.
shock, but there's
I don't want to get a copyright strike from the two singing. Okay.
New evil, understanding the emergence of modern violent crime.
This is Dr. Gary Bricado, is how I'm going to say it, Bricudo. And he's the author of a book called The New Evil. Okay. Very interesting man. Very interesting man.
And I'm going to tell you why I don't have
Fair
it right
use,
behind me
Chris.
yet. Okay, because I left it at my office and I'm broadcast
Okay.
anniversary, June 15th of 2021, is when Summer went missing. And at that time, I was over in Jackson, Tennessee, and I was working on another case, Brian McKenzie. And I got a phone call from Greg Cooper. Hey, there's a little 5-year-old girl missing in near the Nashville area.
So Coop got a hold of him. But yet, wait, I'm confused. Coop got a hold of him, but weren't they saying that he went to Utah before he went and talked to Don and Candace? Or Candace? Am I confused on that? I might be. I do get confused. I'm not perfect. Okay? Sometimes my mind forgets things. Yeah, part 2. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Outside an area out there called Rogersville. And he asked if I would go over there and see if we could connect with the authorities and see if the Cold Case Foundation could weigh in with our experts. And so I did just that. I went over there. I ended up meeting up with Mom, Candace, Bly at the time. I did not meet Don, the father of this.
Okay, wait a minute. So, someone said that, but you don't think it's true, Nana? Yeah, somebody said that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. What? So he went to see if he could help. So obviously he was given the okay to talk to Candace, right? He was reading them comments. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't reading his comments. There were people in that chat that I would prefer not to have to even converse with, to be honest with you.
Child. And by that time, they had already gone on the news approximately 2 weeks after Mom went on, Summer went missing. And about 9 days after Summer went on, the father had gone on the news. And so there was a whole bunch of information out there. They also turned to social media to go, try to get some assistance in finding this little girl. However, at the time, or to this date, this case is still unsolved. No arrests have been made. And because we're at the 2-year, almost the 2.5-year anniversary, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children recently released an age progression photo of what Summer would look like potentially today. And of course, Dr. Bricado and I always maintain until a child is found, the authorities will always call her a 5-year-old. Just because, she's been missing now for 2.5 years does not mean potentially that she has had those birth dates. And so at that time, TBI said, even currently, there's no new information released, but said they're continuing to chase down leads in this particular case.
Now, I will say this, and I've said this from the beginning, and I will tell you why. Because y'all know I try to explain why I feel some way. For some reason, in my head, I feel like TBI and FBI are keeping Summers, trying to keep Summers' case a priority as of, the investigation and things like that. I pray anyway. But Ronnie Lawson was a part of a big, big bust. There was like 32 people got busted. If y'all ever want to hear about that, I've got it in my notes somewhere. I could tell you exactly how many Lawsons were arrested in that bus. And there was, I can name some names. And Ronnie was credited for some of that. For some reason, I just think that there's something bigger, and I just think there's something bigger. When Ronnie Lawson was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you an update," and he never gave us an update. I think there's something bigger going on, that when it finally comes out, who's going to be the top dog? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Papa Ronnie. Just my opinion, though, you guys. Just my opinion, okay?
Sheriff Ronnie Lawson has said, "We have not ruled anything out yet. Everything is possible."
Yeah, funny face. That's what
but
he
Sheriff
said.
Lawson has also qualified that with everything and everyone is still a person of interest. So what I wanted to do tonight, and what Dr. Bricado and I had talked about, I have gone back. I took a couple of pieces of information, from some of the other videos that I put up early on. And I wanted Gary to weigh in here in terms of what, his potential views are.
Real quick. Actually, I could probably set
the
it.
other young man was present.
A little bit
The
more.
grandmother was present while she was waiting for her prescription after a medical appointment, and the mom was present.
That's pretty fast.
During that time, the mom took a TikTok video and placed it into the public arena for everybody's viewing. And so what I did is, when I first met the family, I asked her if she would meet me down at a church, which was located nearby, the Seventh-day Adventist church. And I met her with another person by the name of Robin, who also works at the church. And Robin facilitated that meeting. We were able to connect Candace, his mom, that's her name, and myself. And she agreed to show me where all of this swimming and all of these events took place. So from there, at the end of that interview, which I'm going to show you portions of that tonight for your.
This is what I'm hoping is happening as far as the ladies who deserve justice in Utah from Don Wells. I'm hoping that, and I don't know if this is true, so don't say Renee Comp said this is true. I'm hoping that maybe they're waiting to get Don Wells on some bigger stuff. I don't know, though. That's just wishful thinking on my part. Seriously.
Her own insight. She took me back to her house, and the house was in a holler in rural Tennessee. And in this house, she tells the story that her three sons were home. The father was at work. And when she got there, she walked into the house with some groceries, dropped them off, went back outside, and she and her daughter and her mom, i.e. Summer's grandmother, started to plant flowers.
Cactuses that I do not see little Summer touching with her bare hands. No, he ain't gonna go to jail over threatening Josh. Do you know how many people he's threatened on YouTube in the last couple years? Many. Many, many, many. No, he won't go to jail. At all. Him and Tim Mullins, I think both of them need to go to jail. That's right, AC. See, that's a big thing too. When this case came out, because of the conditions of Candace and Dawn and you know, I'm sure Fred Hill's place wasn't real proper. We even heard about Jody Sue's house possibly, you know, being whatever, hoarded. I don't know. But that kind of put a bad light on everybody in the holler. Everybody in Beach Creek. What he said to Josh was way over the top. Is that something new that he said, Nana? And because I haven't watched Josh's from last night yet. So what'd he do? Come on there and talk crap? Runs with scissors. Hey, Michelle. Oh, so that was last night. I'll pop over there and see if I can find it. It was awful. Let me check it.
And then it's at some point, Summer wanted to go back into the house, went into the house, and subsequently she lost contact with her. So Mom went into the house to find out where Summer was. And it was reported at that time from the three boys, which are her other children, that Summer had gone down into the basement to play with her toys. And so Mom shouts down into the basement, and Summer does not respond. And so at that, the story then merges itself into a stranger random abduction had come in and taken her out of the residence at that point. So I went into that basement, and I have to tell you, Gary, it was quite a sight. In fact, to me, it was more of a dungeon type of environment than necessarily
Did he call in?
a child's room. It was connected to the parents' room. There was no doors. Beds were on the floor.
I'm gonna watch it.
You know, the door in of itself was,
Trying to
exposed to
break
the outside.
Mary's jaw.
So that was the story, and the
Let me play a
dad
little
had
bit of
come
this, you
home
guys, and then
and
I'll go
immediately
over and we'll play
reported
it.
to him that his daughter was abducted.
You know, if I gotta
He knew
watch
she
it,
was
I'm gonna
abducted,
watch it with y'all.
and that somehow there was a stranger that had come up onto the property and taken the child. And so that's been the story from day one, that a stranger, parked a car on this road, went up a dog trail, went into this basement area, knowing that the child was in there.
If Summer was taken, I do not see how she was taken without the three boys seeing her being taken. I just don't. Dawn called Josh on the phone Friday night. It was disgusting. All right, y'all. Okay, if you want, I'll play it. Hold on, your little branches there. Y'all got me excited. Let's see.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Talk about.
Could she have walked away and fallen?
Knowing my daughter?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Now, why is it that Dawn? It's not something.
Have all the answers.
You think that they could
Don't
still
have all
do
the
that?
answers.
You think that they're that? I mean, it's
They're
2 years
very
later. Man.
They're very powerful. They know what they're doing.
I mean, do you ever worry?
This is.
Do you ever worry
This is
that you
what
could
they
be
do.
arrested because of this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So at the very on, in certain situations, but there are times when, over the weekend, and then I spoke with him I was forwarded a voicemail, and I'm not going to play the voicemail tonight, but it was insane. And there were some major threats going on. And when I say major threats, like these are legitimate
go, you
threats,
guys.
okay? I didn't take any legal action, nor am I going to at this point. But I do want you to hear this, and I have edited it. And now, whether you're a supporter of this channel or not, or me, or if you like me or dislike me, I really do want to ask you the question: Is this response that you're going to hear to me playing and obtaining the tape of which we were told we were lying about, that there was never a case? By the way, there's 3 different case numbers. So there absolutely was a case.
Yes, there was
3 different cases.
Yes,
indicated by a case number. You can say it all you want. It doesn't make it true that there was no case. But let me ask you, was the rebuttal, is this rebuttal normal? Is it something that is justified? Is it something that is okay and that we're going to ignore?
Thank you, Karen, for dressing up your Cursy word. I appreciate that.
I will fucking kill you if I find you, bitch. I promise you.
You know, Don, that's...
If I find you,
you know,
I will kill you, motherfucker. This is no. You need to call the cops right now.
Yeah.
Please call the cops and tell them that if I find you, I will kill you.
Right.
Let me tell you guys something. That ain't nothing new. That's why Josh isn't overreacting about the whole situation. That ain't nothing new. That is nothing new. Don always threatens everybody that I will find you or you come here, blah, blah, blah. That's Don for you.
Well, you'll
call them now.
That you can go to
I'm on probation. Hey, don't forget. Call my probation officer.
I'm not going to do that.
Call my probation officer. I want you to.
I don't want to.
Because I'm afraid that if I find you, I'm going to kill you, Josh.
I wonder what substance he's using. I actually wonder what substance he's using at this time. I do not, in my opinion, think that Don is sober right now.
I'm not with you. I will do it. I will stick a knife right in your throat.
Wowzy woo-woo.
That is what was going on the night before he went to the Christmas tree thing, which was a beautiful event, by the way.
Oh, that night. Wowzy woo-woo.
To everybody that was involved, it was beautiful.
You had no business even going, Don. You were Tim Mullins. You went to put on a show. You did not go because it meant anything to you. You went to put on an act of rebellion against Chris McDonough. You and Tim both. Loser. Don is a loser.
This was happening at night. And I know people are going to say, well, he was drunk. I've been drunk before. I've been mad and drunk before. I don't think that that's an excuse. I think that it was over the line, and but I mean, I understand him being mad at me. Why not get charges on him? Well, various reasons, and I'll talk. It's not really something. First of all, the story, I don't want the story to be about me. Don has threatened me before, never quite like that. But part of it is, he's not allowed to leave the state of Tennessee. Brandon, I'm nowhere near the guy. And I don't know if they would say anything because I'm not in imminent danger.
Hey, Brandon,
there are other things that are being reported. So you can rest assured of that. I understand.
And I can guarantee you guys, Josh didn't have to report this. There were probably 50 people who called law enforcement and sent the link to this video, right? Tim Mullins is a loser, in my opinion.
But I just really, I understood him being upset, but to me, that really, really did just seem kind of a little excessive. I've never.
No, Eli, I think they said this happened Friday night. And then he went to the Christmas thing the next day.
Said that to anybody. And while I expect him to be upset with me for many things, I just, that to me, that just sounds like somebody who, when they get very upset, is capable of doing things to take it there, and I mean, it even went as far as he would say things like that, I'll have somebody do it or so on. And
Kim Mullins, his good buddy. I don't think Benny would. I don't think you can pay Benny enough money to do it. Franny, I don't want to get into that organization, but yeah, I don't want to get into that organization. Don was not a happy camper Friday night. So yeah, this allegedly happened Friday night, and then he went to the Christmas thing the next day. And let me show you guys something. Is this what happened to him when he touched that angel? I don't know. I'm just asking. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes, the devil eyes.
I guess it's all right. I'll say a prayer and I'll close and get off here. But anyways, so.
See his eyes roll up in his head? Is that what happened? Oh yeah, BK can't leave his house. Thank you, not a drama. He got on the monitor. Yep. Did his eyes roll back in his head when he touched that angel for that tree? I'm just asking. I wasn't there. I don't know. No, you're fine, Granny. Let me tell you guys, whether you think so or not, the pressure's on. The pressure is on Don like he ain't never felt before. His control over Candace is kind of going woot woot. She's working, making her own money. His control over most everybody, especially some people on YouTube that he's tried to control this whole time, ain't there no more. I was there, but, well, you already know. Yeah, I do, Nana. Well, Mary's in Utah, but Candace has said that many times, funny face, that, I mean, look at what happened when she was with Kathy. She actually started to file divorce papers. Even though she wasn't all the way sober, she was trying to get a little bit more sober, right? I think so too, Runs with Scissors. His house of cards is falling. I agree. honestly, you guys, just the little bit that I've already heard, Dawn gets bad, but this is bad. This is bad. Well, there's no sound, honey, because I ain't playing it yet. Play it again, Sam. And Rose was there. Let me tell you guys, I'm not a Candace fan, but I can guarantee you when I can guarantee you that she was getting the full force of that shit. I am not a Candace fan, but I can guarantee you she was in the home with him and getting the full force of his anger. Dawn, your ass ain't leaving fucking Tennessee to go find anybody. The only place your ass would go is to Arkansas or fucking Knoxville or somewhere where you can get your little dough and hang out with your ladies of the night. And that's my opinion. Thank you, Benita. Oh, she had many people check. Oh, you talking about Candace? Well, Candace made it through it because she was at the tree thing on Saturday. So, okay, Patty. And with her hand on Darn's arse in all of the pictures, that's Teresa, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, I didn't change it over. Oh man, I'm a low budget bitch, ain't I? Lord have mercy. I made you guys sit there and watch the Devil Dawn. We'll call that clip the Devil Dawn. Oh my gosh, that's fucking hilarious. Okay, wait. I gotta go back. Here we go. Here we go. You guys know my channel's low budget. You guys, you've been blowing that 420 through my monitor already. Flies is like, I can't hear. I can't hear. Do flies hear very good? I don't know. Do flies even have ears? I was just wondering. Yeah, me too, AC. There, the tree was beautiful, but absolutely a couple pictures made everybody feel a certain way. And like I said, Tim Mullins was not there to honor any missing child or missing person. He was there thinking that he was being a little funny guy. Someone said, oh, you probably wouldn't extradite him to California or Utah for a misdemeanor. But if he had a warrant on him and locally, yeah, if he had a warrant and they pulled him over. But you got to remember, Hawkins County don't have a lot of money, so they're not going to extradite him to Utah. If Utah wants to pay for it, then I'm sure they could probably extradite him if he had a warrant. But I don't know.
It's a scary thing to live with a piano hanging over your head every second of every day. And I really do feel that that's how Dawn and Candace have, well, mostly Dawn. He seems to be bearing the brunt of what's going on because he actually does engage, because I do think that Dawn thinks that he's a pretty good salesman and that he can kind of talk around what's going on.
I've got a good question that just came to my mind that I think talked to somebody about, or somebody mentioned it to me. Candace, Dawn went to Utah, right? And I kept saying that I just didn't believe that Dawn rushed home as quickly as he did because he thought Candace was sleeping with Jose. I just can't get that through my mind that that's what transpired there. Okay. And I think it was mentioned to me, I'm not going to take credit for it, that possibly the reason Candace decided she did not want to move to Utah was because, what did Dawn say about Jeannie? He still loved Jeannie. He still loved Jeannie. And that was a good statement. More to yeah, I think there's a lot more to that story.
In certain situations, but there are times where Dawn kind of gets, I would say, rowdy. Well, you by now have heard it. And if you haven't, it's just a few videos back. Now,
hold on,
I have edited it.
I'm gonna bring
was the rebuttal.
Call them now.
That you can go to
I'm on probation. Hey, don't forget.
Yeah.
Call my probation officer.
I'm not going to do that.
Call my probation officer. I want you to.
I don't want to.
Because I'm afraid that if I find you, I'm going to kill you, Josh.
Like I said, he ain't going to find Josh. He ain't going to go looking for him. Dawn, where's Summer? What happened to Summer? You know exactly what happened to Summer. You know exactly what happened to Summer. Candace knows what happened to Summer, in my opinion. I think you both do. And it's been too long. And you keep dicking around. And you keep getting money. It's all about the money, isn't it? It's all about the money, isn't it? You and your best friend, Tim Mullins. I'll never forget, Dawn, when you said, well, you know, I don't know about the person going to prison. I guess it kind of depends on, you know, why, you know, their reasoning for doing whatever they did. Because, you know, I know what happens to men in prison who's hurt kids, and not word for word verbatim, but y'all get what I'm saying.
I'm not with you. I will do it. I will stick a knife right in your throat.
That is what was going on the night before he went to the Christmas tree thing, which was a beautiful event, by the way, to everybody that was involved. It was beautiful. This was happening at night. And you know, I know people are going to say, well, he was drunk. I've been drunk before. I've been mad and drunk before. I don't think that that's an excuse. I think that it was.
I agree with you there, Flies, that they both do. Candace is scared to say anything. That's why I hope this job lets her see she don't need a man. But unfortunately, this is just my opinion. I think Candace will always feel like she needs a man to fulfill her life. You know what I mean? They've made themselves look guilty from the very beginning, Granny.
Over the line, and you know, but I mean, I understand him being mad at me. Why not get charges on him? Well,
Josh, I mean, you do call him and let him know that you're getting ready to put content out about him. And then he's like, it's cool, man. I don't care. And then when you put the content out, it's like, whoa.
Various reasons. A little excessive. You know, I've never said that to anybody. And while I expect him to be upset with me for many things, you know, I just,
yeah, I've heard that before.
To me, that just sounds like somebody who, when they get very upset, is capable of doing things to take it there, you know. And I mean,
well, I feel like this. I think that summer missing's gone on long enough. Don's had to live with it this long, with all these bull crap, and he's lying, and his buddy Tim Mullins right up there with him. And I believe that now that Candace has a job and he knows that she's in a position, if she really wanted to get away from him, she could get away from him. I've said this before. I don't know what he has on her that made her go back to him when he got out of jail. I don't know.
I mean, it even went as far as he would say things like that, you know, I'll have somebody do it or so on. And you know, am I concerned about that? Not necessarily, but I mean, if he's willing to go there, I think that, but once again, I'm not the only person that he threatened that night. There are others. Mary is one of them. He called Mary and threatened her, and we'll show that as well. It was quite a night. The incest.
And I'm going to say this because this was an important. This was really important to me. I thought about it, but when Chris McDonough had mentioned it, or the doctor did, if someone was hurting Summer, the family would have known about it. Hey, Chewy, Miss Chewy. The family would have known about it, right? Yeah, he's lost it, hadn't he, Liplock? Lost it.
And just nonstop calling, texting, harassing of somebody. I mean, you know, we've all heard, and one thing that I do think about is this the Don that when he gets mad about something, that this is how
this isn't a typical Don getting mad at all.
Not just to me, but to just people in his life. Yeah, I'll play it again.
I will fucking kill you if I find you, bitch. I promise you.
You know, Don, that's
if I find you,
you know,
I will kill you, motherfucker. This is no. You need to call the cops right now.
Yeah,
please call the cops and tell them that if I find you, I will kill you.
Right. Well, you'll
call them now.
Know that you can go to
I'm on probation. Hey, don't forget. Call my probation officer.
I'm not going to do that.
Call my probation officer. I want you to.
I don't want to.
Because I'm afraid that if I find you, I'm going to kill you, John. I'm not fucking with you. I would. I will do it. I will stick a knife right in your throat.
You know, and so, yeah, I mean, I will report it, but it's just, it's, I don't know what would happen from it. I mean, I talked to somebody, but like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not the story. There were other people threatened that where he actually does know where people live, and so on and so forth. So I get it. You know, I get people that are like, oh my God, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's being handled. It'll be handled.
No, I see you
in time, in the right way. It was.
I see you, honey.
It was shocking because when I had explained to him just a few days before, I said, Dawn, I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna play this, and he was like, yeah.
I seen one comment, AC, but it was just a question mark.
And I understand that he sounds inebriated, and I'm sure that he was. But this went on for hours, not just with me, but with Mary as well. He also made, you know, similar threats against Chris, but it was mostly Mary and I, and he, in a very specific way, told me what he was going to do. He told me, I'm not concerned for myself at all. In all honesty, I'm.
And you guys don't think that Mary's husband wouldn't take care of that situation if Dawn's ass showed up there? Dawn is not going to show up in Utah, in my opinion, because they will arrest his ass. They will. Just a feeling I have.
This is what we're dealing with, okay? And anybody that wants to excuse that behavior, you know, you can say that I'm a dirtball, slime ball, or whatever for obtaining the tape and playing it, and say that I'm exploiting whoever, and you have the right to feel that way. That doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it not true. It's just that's your opinion.
Fine with luck, honey.
However, he I don't know how you stand behind something like that. I don't know how you stand behind somebody who had a case opened up against him, and then after she had every right to obtain her own file and have it played because she was called a liar, and still sometimes is called a liar, that this man called her that night and did this. Let me see here. And I don't. The problem is I don't have this one edited, and I really don't want to play this. The call was Friday night. And it was probably the most contentious conversation that him and I had, and you know, because Mary just really refuses to speak to him. So basically, if he's trying to get a hold of Mary, he's been to just, you know, to get a hold of me, and that's what he does, and then it doesn't go very well most of the time. So once again, I want to say that the tree thing was beautiful. I looked at, I saw the photos. It was very nice. I'm glad Dawn and Candace showed up, but just the night before, this is the stuff that was going on. And he was very specific about what he wanted to do to me. And I'll just give you a little glimpse of what he said to Mary, and you guys can defend this. And
yes, he
and
would,
talk to Mary a little bit as well.
You got your good man there.
You know, he threatened to break her jaw, and among other things. So that's the issue, is what he has said to Mary, not necessarily to me, but he did absolutely say things like that. He threatened her. He kept calling her.
Karen, if this bothers you or triggers you, it's okay if you want to leave and come back. Oh, they'll back him up, Mrs. Peacock. And Josh, he just goes after him. He just goes after him and after him and after him. He's the bad guy. Josh is the bad guy, right? The girls are fine, Karen. I can guarantee you the girls are fine. Mary is fine. Jeannie is fine. I can promise you that. Don Wells will, I can guarantee you, will not go to Utah. He's on probation. He's on probation.
Harassing her. Mary calls me on the phone and says, Josh, what's going on with Don? I said, I don't know. I haven't heard from him. Wasn't even thinking about the guy. Wasn't even thinking about him. And yeah, I'm sure I'll get some of that. I'm sure that there will be people that actually believe
that's funny. I said that, and that comment says Josh antagonizing him, right? Yes, our hearts break for Mary, but I'm going to tell you guys something. Mary is one strong woman. Mary is one strong woman. Jeannie is one strong woman. Rhonda is one strong woman. And the other 4 are really strong women. Okay?
I was antagonizing him enough to where he made a threat against me. But what about his sister? What about his stepsisters?
Well, Josh, don't you know he's still in love with Jeannie, and Mary has the hots for him. Didn't you know that, Josh? That's what they say. Mary's got the hots for him. That's why she says what she says, right? And then turn around and he's still in love with Jeannie. Candace has said that herself.
What
about him, little Dev?
I'm the one that caused him to blow up and threaten to hurt me and others. I see it coming. I can understand it. But you guys got to understand that I absolutely, in no way, shape, or form, have ever threatened Dawn or Candace. I've never told anybody to hurt them or anything. He kept telling me over and over again to record this and to call the cops. And so I threw on the recorder and he aired all of his grievances.
Thank you, AC. That's a great statement. Remember, y'all, this is the father of Summer Wells. Makes me very concerned about what happened on that day with all the kids. With all the kids. I've said this numerous times. What you're hearing right here, in my opinion, are what those boys were hearing right before CPS came and took them. In my opinion, those boys, Dawn, I'm just saying, this is my opinion, okay? This is what those boys were hearing. This kind of talk, right?
And so, while I know that Dawn...
I am, Selena. I'm a trip around the world, baby. I don't know, little Deb. He doesn't have, I mean, I don't know. I I haven't checked into him as of late. They will make her safe. She will be safe, Karen. I can guarantee you the minute that Chris McDonough found out about this, law enforcement in Utah was called. I can almost guarantee that. I can guarantee you that there were probably 500,000 YouTubers who also called Utah and probably also called Hawkins County to let them hear it also.
Doesn't like me. To me, it just, and maybe I'm overreading this.
I agree, Liplog.
Maybe I'm overreading
They
this,
need
but
to
I
shut them all
think
down.
that, sounds like something that he could be capable of. If I was right in front of him at that very moment, I'm sure that he would have given it a go. But he, I didn't feel any danger.
Josh, he wouldn't have. He would have acted like he was going to hit you with the beer bottle and throw it at the wall. That's what he would have done. He's a coward, in my opinion.
At the time, he just, I don't know.
He's a loser, just like his friend Tim Mullins. Losers hang out with losers. Misery loves company, doesn't it, Don? You and Tim, y'all act like that you're just the shit, and you go around and take credit for other people's work where Summer's concerned, and you go take pictures and in front of things that other people's put up for Summer, and then you walk around like you're just a big swinging dick motherfucker, don't you?
They started out about Summer, and I think a lot of it is,
excuse my language,
is that we really do need to get back and refocus on Summer. And sometimes I feel like I have kind of strayed off, and it, it's gotten personal with Dawn because I don't believe him or Candace in their story, and I don't think that I have to.
And this is what happens. Okay, this is what happens when something's done that Dawn don't like. Tim Mullins, why did you feel the need to pay somebody to cause chaos in Summer's case on YouTube? Why did you feel the need to pay somebody money to cause chaos in a little missing girl's case? Why, Tim Mullins? I was coming for you tonight, but I was busy today and I was kind of tired. So guess what? I still got your number, baby.
But, it just seems that we are getting further and further away from what we started out doing.
Oh, Granny, we don't know what the truth is.
Gail says that I'm underreading it. Probably, yeah, probably so. I think. Yeah, I think so.
Granny.
I think so. He did that. He threatened to hurt Trevor at one time. Threatened to put him under the ground, I believe is what he said. This one was very, very specific, like I said. And,
and you know what? That's Don Wells for you. Trevor never did anything except for tried his best and is trying his best to do right by Summer. Don, in my opinion, seems to not like people who try to do right by Summer. That's just my opinion. Don doesn't like people who try to do right by Summer. And I don't make fun of people's mental health, but Tim Mullins, you had a problem a couple times, didn't you? Why would you insert yourself into a missing child case? It's one thing to be the media manager where you handle the websites and all that other stuff, but you didn't do that, Tim. You actually inserted yourself into Summer Wells' missing case. Paid people money to cause chaos about it. Why? Why is that? You'll never answer it because you like to talk in riddles. Just like Dawn talks in circles, you talk in fucking squares, okay? Squares and circles really don't intertwine real well together, but somehow you two seem to make it fit.
I don't really. Yes, I will. I will report it, and it will be reported and everything, and because I believe that it needs to be. But
hey, Sherry Lynn,
there's just other things that are kind of involved. So I want you guys to understand that I absolutely will report it.
Yeah, from my understanding, AC, this is just from my understanding. I can't swear on a Bible about it, but just from what they showed us and things that I've heard, and different. No, Granny, it wasn't Tim Mullins staying in the shed. Not as far as I know. He had a house. Tim Mullins lives with his mommy. But that was what I said from the beginning, that watching Don and Candace and the dysfunction there, without the kids there, for some reason having the kids there, I could just imagine it being like fivefold compared.
Okay. But I'm telling you, what happens in these situations is they'll say that, you're not in immediate danger.
What, Kiki? You don't understand what?
I don't know why he was telling me to call authorities. I really don't know. I'm not sure why he would say that.
Maybe because he knows he needs to go to jail for what was done to Summer. And of course, if he gets thrown in the slammy for something totally different, guess what? He ain't going to mess up and run his mouth, right? The guy that stayed in the shed knew TM. That was Billy the drunk. From my understanding, Billy the drunk, his wife used to throw him out because he was drunk all the time. And Billy the drunk had the hots for grandma. But to be honest with you, we don't know who stayed in that shed. I want to find the content. I don't know if anybody has heard this. In the beginning of Summer's case, there was an audio going around where honest to God, it sounded like Candace and Grandma was saying something to a man. He was in the shed and they were accusing him of stealing money and trying to traffic a kid or something. I swear on the Bible, it's out there. It is out there. I will find it. I promise. If it's still out there, I will find it. There's just so many people who's deleted their content. Hello, Justin, darling. Wow, Justin. We love it, some Justin. Yeah, Don's still on probation.
Yeah,
you guys remember that?
We're working on it. Like I said, it's being addressed. It's not gonna just go by the wayside. So yeah. And I didn't want to be the reason, I understand that obtaining that tape and playing it or whatever.
I don't really know what was on that phone. Tim downloaded all of it, but you know what? If there was funky shit on there, Tim probably was eating that stuff up because he's a weirdo. Yeah, I've heard that too. I heard he likes little boys. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but I heard it. Why do they want to have destructions? Destructions? Said he got off probation last month, according to her, but she also says the Wells aren't suspects, so who knows? I don't believe anything she says. I just played where she said Ernie was the scum of the earth, basically, and they're good buddies. I don't buy it.
Wasn't going to go over well with him, just like most things haven't. But I just didn't think it would get to that extent. But it wasn't really about me. He didn't start with me. He started with Mary.
Mary would kick his ass.
Let me see. He was probably just blackout drunk. He's dumb and probably meant nothing. Well, I don't know. That I'm sure that we'll get a lot of that, and that's easy for somebody like for see something and say something, which is quite a name to excuse that kind of behavior. But I mean, it's really easy when it's not you.
Me neither, Nana, for life. I'm telling you, him and Dawn belong together. They're both scum buckets. They're scums of the earth. I bet they hang out in ponds at the bottom of ponds together. They're that crap in the bottom of ponds that catfish don't even want to suck up. In my opinion.
That's on the receiving end of a threat. Okay. And yeah, and I know a lot of it is part of him just kind of being drunk as well. But
well, Dawn, I'm sure CPS is just like, oh, Dawn Wells, we're so proud of you. You stand up for yourself like that. We will bring them boys back immediately, Mr. Wells. We will make sure them boys come right home to you. Whatever. Yeah, Nana, but he's kind of lost his way somehow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know. It has been a Monday. I had to go to the store and all kinds of stuff. I was so busy.
I don't know how drunk he was. I'm assuming that he was drunk. You know, I am assuming that he was drunk. And look, I get it. It's
well, if he was doing the substance that makes you go real fast, you know what I'm saying? That would make him react like that too. I'm just saying.
Talking, but did I think that I was in any imminent danger? No, but I do think that when he says things to his stepsister that he's going to drive to Utah and break her jaw, well,
he's going to get his ass kicked if he goes there. And, he will get his ass kicked.
I don't. No.
And let me tell you what's really sad about a restraining order, just to let you guys know, not that you need to worry about Mary or anything, but you can get a restraining order, but you have to make sure that if somebody like comes within your personal space, that you record it, that it's all on camera, because you know law enforcement, they're not good on stuff like that, especially when it comes down to stuff like that. Yeah, AC grew up down the road from Summer. I bet it was very isolating there. Wow. I'm trying to see your new pic there, Karen. I'd have to pull it up to see all of it, though. I don't think anybody cares from him. cares for Tim Mullins at all. And you know what? I will say this. I think Don would have fared a little bit better not letting Tim Mullins interfere with Summer's case. I think Tim Mullins is the one behind Don instigating a lot of shit, a lot of stuff. Seriously. Not saying Don ain't a freaking loser on his own, but you know, he's got messed up minded Tim Mullins, you know, instigating things.
He was plastered. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was plastered. But like, what does that matter? A lot of people get drunk all the time. People get blackout drunk constantly, and they don't go around threatening to kill people. I don't understand. I really don't understand that angle. I really don't. Now, does it intensify somebody's feelings? Do they regret what they do when they say, "Yeah, of course"? But it's like, who cares? And I'm sure that that's going to be the angle. Well, Josh instigated him, and he called him drunk and threatened to kill him. Well, okay, fair enough. That, but still, you know, come on. He was very upset. Like, he gets upset a lot. It's not the first time that we've heard him go crazy on somebody. And, you know, yeah, I don't think so either. I don't know, man. I do not get it. I know what's going to happen. He was drunk. Josh baited him. Look, I hadn't talked to the dude ever since it had been days on days, and I'm sure it was festering with him, but I hadn't heard peep. I hadn't heard, peep from the guy. And the first thing that I hear from him is that. So, it seems to be happening.
Did he play what he said to Mary, or did
at a high rate? I mean, he's very angry with me, and so fair enough. But threatening me is one thing. Threatening Mary is being dealt with. And you trust me, you're not going to be able to call and report it to TBI. It has to come from me because the threat was made to me. They won't listen to anybody that just calls in and says, "Hey, I heard this." It's just it won't make.
But Josh, don't you want to call him and say, "Hey, my name's Josh. I have a YouTube channel. It's called The Lab, and on this other YouTube channel called whatever the other channel may be, Don Wells said this, but you know what? But he was on my channel one time too, and I've heard that all before."
Make any difference. Let me see. Honey Elder became a YouTube member. Good to see you. Thank you for being here and becoming a member.
He doesn't play in Mary's part.
Pretty is as pretty does. Good to see you.
Well, thank you, Josh, for saying I'm pretty. Thank you for telling me I'm pretty. I ended it right there because he said I was pretty. I probably only compliment I'll ever get from Josh today. That really wasn't a compliment for me, but Mary was supposed to call today. Mary don't put up with Don's shit. He knows that. And the thing that makes Don so angry with Mary is because Mary's got so many people who support her. So many people support her. And, I'm surprised he didn't say awesomest. Very surprised. But Don, he's running around YouTube calling everybody the N-word. He's a freak. The freaks come out at night. You think he likes being in jail? Gives him a break from Candace. Well, I think he's finding out that, I really think, this is just my opinion, that Candace getting a job and Candace having friends who are, loyal to her. I don't want to say loyal to her. That doesn't sound right. Okay. Oh, Evil Exists played a little bit of it. I like Evil Exists. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people called it in. You know what? Once you hear Don threatening Mary, it's, you know, he's threatened her so many times. So many freaking times. It's sad, though. Yep, he's losing his shit. Candace has got a job now, and, you know, she doesn't have to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think they'll ever turn on each other. I really don't. But, you know, I'm telling you right now, Don Wells is the devil. Look at his eyes. Watch his eyes roll up in his head when he tries to talk about Jesus.
I guess it's all right. I'll say a prayer and I'll close and get off here. But anyways,
There they go. Watch. Oh, Lord.
anyways, I'll pray. And,
Oh, Lord.
dear Lord God,
You talking about him? Jesus don't want you talking about him. You know what? The devil tries to hide. He loves attention, but not that attention. Well, I'm sure he was drinking. You know, this is the thing. I don't know if people have really paid attention to Don's face and stuff. The dude's gained a lot of weight. He's gained a lot of weight. And with him being on probation, he can't do the wacky stuff anymore. And so he drinks. And I showed a picture of his feet. He had on sandals. Them puppies were swelled. His feet were pretty swelled. I know, look, lip lock. He started out with a shirt on, a nice shirt, and he was reading the little SDA pamphlet. And by the end of it, he had his shirt off. You could tell whatever he was doing had started to take effect a little more. He did this when he left my panel. Not my panel. He was in my chat. He was in my chat. And he got pissed off because Cher was on my panel and she was talking about something. And he got pissed off and I wouldn't let him come up on my panel. He left my chat and went right over to his Donnie Wells channel and started reading the SDA pamphlet. He can't even act very good. The devil is a lie. The devil ate my fries. The devil has skies. As much as Josh asked not to call LA people love Josh. Well, yeah, but he is right. He's right. The only way that law enforcement's going to take it seriously is if Josh and Mary call on their own. I know for a fact they're drinking their calories. I believe you. I believe you. I believe. Why are you sorry, Granny? They were mad that day. Well, I bet they were. I bet they were both unhappy campers for some reason. But yes, I would love to find that that audio where there were two females and this dude was in a shed and they were accusing this guy of stealing the money and trying to traffic a little girl or something like that, right? Ground's going to break up. What? I'm confused, Karen. Karen, you got me confused. Hey, Bootsy777. Oh, you misspelled something, Granny? I pretty much can figure it. If you guys misspell something, I can pretty much figure out what you're trying to say. I do get confused sometimes, though. For reals. I can't believe I've been on here almost 2 flipping hours. That was right after summer got gone. Absolutely. I'm gonna find it. It was freaky. It was freaky, I'm telling you. Lip Lock, Justin and Lip Lock, I know you guys had to have heard that when that came out. I know you did. I just can't remember who played it on their channel. Or if they took it down. I can't remember. But it was really freaky. You know me, I will go on a hunt. I will try to find it. But yes, Jody Sue, I still want to know, since you were that close to the truck when Candace left the hill, what'd you see in it with your hypervigilance? I want to know. I want to know. Also, Chris McDonough talked about the shed that, down at the bottom of the property that we know Don said he went to, but there is also further back on the property like another shed or something. Now, I hate to say it, but the psychic lady talked about that. She did. I did too, Justin. I didn't go into chat. I went in and I said justice for summer with a bunch of purple hearts. Because Aunt Sherry usually cocks off and says something off the wall to me. So, I did ask her, though. I was like, Aunt Sherry, didn't you say you was going to write a song in 10 minutes? It's been 2 days. Where's that song at? You're just settling in? Oh, my goodness. I got to go. I got things to do tonight, though. I still got a couple things I need to do. Jose spoke on that shed on Justin's panel. Jose, rest in peace, Jose. Well, you guys know my channel. People cook, people clean, people take naps, people go to the store. I've been to Walmart and the dollar store more than probably anybody else on YouTube. Was I too late to hear you? Lisa Kleckner. Tomorrow is going to be all about Tim because I got sidetracked, and it's okay. I got sidetracked. It's a-okay. I got sidetracked tonight. I talked a little bit about Tim, but I'm coming for Tim tomorrow night. For sure, for sure. I'll probably start my live earlier. I got some things to do in the morning, maybe around 4 o'clock. Around 4 o'clock. You do fly around and buzz people, they're flies. But we love you. We love you, girl. No, they were in so much chat the night before. DW was chatting about Josh talking crap, and CW was there too. Then I believe CW made him leave chat. I don't know, unless he was on White Boy Lockdown Radio or Daisies. I think those are the only 2 he ever goes on anymore. I don't think nobody else gives a crap to let him on their channels anymore. Unless, you know, somebody might be wanting some recognition or something. That's all they use him for, in my opinion. I won't let him on my panel. I don't even want him in my chat. I don't want Candace in my chat or on my channel either. So, you know how it is. I don't need their recognition. I don't need to put them on my channel. I would rather take 5 years to get 2,000 subs than get 2,000 subs overnight because I let them yahoos on my channel. Absolutely. A lot of people don't like to listen to him, but he's done a couple fun parodies that I've played before. He absolutely's done a couple of parodies that I've done before, or he's done before. I played them. I do want to check a couple things before I get off here, you guys. Oh my goodness, I got 115 people watching me. Can you guys believe that? That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Okay, let me check Miss Tia. I always got to check Tia because I hadn't seen her. Tia, where you at? Oh my goodness, Tia better not be gone. I will be very upset. There she is. Oh, well, let's listen to this one. I love Miss Tia. She's a great cat. I wish my cats at home were like her. I would have some really good conversations if my cats talked back to me. Well, I didn't. I did not, Flies, and I will never let him up here. He's a pedo. A pedo is exactly what he is. And shame on anybody who supports him.
Well, hello, darlings. It's Miss Tia. Now, listen, guys. I don't know if y'all have seen that Tiffany Marie made a community post. And that community post seemed to be a little passive-aggressive to Miss Tia. She was talking about the tree that was decorated in Kingsport in the movie theater. And she was, talking about how she appreciated people doing things for summer. Like, we need her appreciation because somehow or another she acts like she's like her mama or her godmama or something because, she takes this ownership stance when she's talking about summer. But anyway, she went on to say about how it's so important that you use the age progression photo for a missing child. And just on and on about that. And then she says, well, she didn't see the age progression photo being used on the tree or at the Christmas tree event. Tiffany Marie, you might want to look again, honey. Because I do believe that it was her age progression photo that was used on the Christmas tree and the ornaments. And it also was used in the theater boards.
Yes, it was.
The more than one theater board that had her age progression photo up there with her information. So before you go talking about how somebody needs to do something different or do something better, you might want to know what you're talking about. And the other thing is, you used the term several years ago when you were referring to summer. Now, I know technically the dictionary says that the word several means more than two. So, since summer has been missing now for almost 2.5 years, I guess you could make the argument that the word could be used like that. But really, she hasn't been missing 3 years. So, to use the term several just seemed like a little bit of an exaggeration. Because, several mean more than two. And if you're talking about years, well, you would think that you would not use it until at least 3 years. But Miss Tia just don't like to use or to hear that term even in regards to summer because I don't want to think of summer being missing for several years. That just seems, I don't know. I just don't like it. I mean, couldn't you have used a...
Yeah, I agree, Justin. There's no reason to let them people on. I mean, me personally, I don't want anything to do with them people. Not at all. Even if they didn't have anything to do with summer, I still wouldn't have anything to do with neither one of them. And especially Don. He's admitted SAing his young siblings.
A few years ago? Like that seemed like maybe it would fit a little more appropriate. I don't know, but it just seemed like you was, stretching it a little bit there. And that's something you don't want to stretch out because we want that baby found now. But anyways, Tiffany Marie always got to be putting her 2 cents in. And half the time she thinks she got 2 cents and she ain't got but one. Sometimes even half of one. So I don't know about that. But if y'all happen to read that community post, just please know that the age progression photo was used at the Christmas tree event. Because, you know, the people that put it together, though they don't need any of Tiffany's input, they managed to handle it just fine without her. And so, you know, they know what they're doing. They're smart people. So they don't need her help. Anyways, and by the way, darling, before I get off of here, it looked to me like Miss Daisy, she done got into a tangle with Nicolina. Oh boy, I tell you what, Daisy, I don't know if you know, but I wouldn't be messing with Nicolina. Or how about you just go right on ahead and we just watch? My word, I tell you what, these people, they just be crazier and crazier, darlings. But anyway, I hope y'all are having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. I almost said Saturday. Did y'all hear that? It was like Saturday, something like that. Anyway, Sunday afternoon, and I hope you had a great weekend. And Miss Tia will talk to you soon. Bye, darling.
I love Tia. I love Tia. She is so much fun. All right, we're going to check Be the Bean, too. I like Be the Bean, too. Be the Bean. Be the Bean. Oh, yeah, Dolly. I told you guys Dolly tried to we signed up for Survivor.
But when I submit my video in person, I mean, when I submit it, I'm going to cut my hair and I'm going to do it well produced, okay?
And I think I did a good right around 55, 60 seconds. I think I was right in the time frame of what they wanted. And make sure you hit the like on the video.
Now, that little bit of music played. Watch YouTube try to copyright strike me for that. Crazy. It's like YouTube, stop it. I'm not monetizing my videos. Even though I can monetize now, I don't monetize anything. Ain't even turned in the IRS forms. Don't need to. I don't want to mess with the IRS. I don't like them. That's hilarious. Yes, the tree was beautiful. I showed, I think I showed it yesterday. It was very beautiful. But I was very disappointed that Tim Mullins was there, for sure. All right, lovely people. I'm at 2 hours. I'm going to get off here. And tomorrow, Tim Mullins, I'm not done with you. Mullen, let's get it straight. Tim Mullen. I'm not done with you. I think you should have minded your own business. I don't care if you live with your mama. It's all right to live with your mama, okay? We don't care about that. Yes, Justin, I have to leave. I'm sorry. I gotta go. It's almost 8 o'clock, and I still got some stuff to do, for sure. But I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all come hang out with me tomorrow. So, all right. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. And definitely tomorrow, Tim Mullins. I do still have a lot to say about Chris McDonough's video. Not anything bad. I just had so many questions when I watched it. Because I was wondering, like, when, you know, Candace was walking down to the water and stuff, I kept thinking, was some of what she was saying was things that she was remembering, like from before when she was there, like talking about the flowers and stuff like that. Was she like bringing something else to light there? I don't know. But there's a vacuum going in the background and it's driving me fucking bananas. So I'm going to get off here. I told you I got a couple things I need to do. And I definitely will see you guys tomorrow. Ain't you? Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, mods. I appreciate you guys so much. See, I didn't pop a live stream on you today. I waited until my time. So I think 2 hours is enough to remain calm tonight. But I shall be back. You all behave yourselves tonight. If you got to get a little feisty, you go right ahead. It don't cost a dime to be kind. But don't let nobody, blow you into shit either. Especially you, Justin. Don't let the cow lady come after you. I don't think she likes to remain calm. Don't let her be trolling you now, Justin. You hear me? Thanks, Exploited. All right. Have a good night, y'all. Peace out.